Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Ayodhya Kant, chapter number 6, The Happy Ayodhya. The recitation begins now. Rama followed the instructions of the saint to the letter. With a pure body and a purer mind, the happy pair offered lowly worship unto the Supreme Lord. Rama raised the vessel of consecrated food and clarified butter high above his head, offered it unto the blazing Lord of fire with holy mantras, partook of what remained, chanted an inward prayer for happiness and peace, washed his lips with holy water, and with tranquil mind and restrained senses, sought repose, and Sita with him on the bed of the sacred grass spread in the presence of the deity of his heart. He awoke in the last watch of the night and directed the decorations of his house against tomorrow's solemn ceremony, while glad strains of joy and praise were borne to his ears from the bards and panegyrists gathered to wake him to the day's duties. He took his bath and offered devout prayer to the goddess of the morning twilight and recited the sacred Gayatri with concentrated faculties. He clad himself in robes of pure white and bowed low in reverence to the Lord of all, while the Brahmanas raised their voices in mighty benediction. The holy strains announced the auspicious day of coronation to the assembled myriads over the capital, while gay and festive music kept sweet accompaniment thereto. The people rejoiced to hear that Rama and Sita spent the night in fast and devotion to prepare them for the rite of consecration on the morrow. The dawn saw them busy with the decorations of the happy towns. The gay flags and lofty pennons rose high above the stately fans of the gods, towering aloft like fleecy clouds over the domes that adorn the crossways, over the shrines, over the turrets that crown the impregnable fortifications, over the merchants' shops rich with products of nature and art, over the wealthy mansions of the nobles, over public halls and lofty trees. Professors of the art of song and dance grouped themselves everywhere, discoursing sweet music that enthralled the senses of the listeners. As the hour drew near for the solemn function, men and women gathered in the houses, the streets, and the squares to exchange news of the happy event. Bands of bright children would talk of nothing else as they played with careless glee before their houses. The royal roads were strewn with gay flowers and redolent with rich perfumes and sweet odors. The streets were covered with costly hangings of silk and gold, from which descended many a cluster of palm and areca. Lofty posts were erected at regular intervals to bear the lights that would dispel the growing gloom within. Thus, nature and art combined to make the city as gay and bright as possible. The assembled myriads waited expectant in houses and squares, saying, Dasharatha of the line of Ikshvaku has wisely realized his growing infirmities and has decided in time to crown his son Rama in his place. The great gods are merciful to us in that we are to have Rama as our ruler. He has an intimate knowledge of the varying grades of life, high and low, ever humble, wise and righteous. He lives but for his brothers, and we anchor our hopes therein, that he will watch over our welfare with more than brotherly interest for unnumbered years to come. Long live King Dasharatha, and happy in that his righteous resolve has enabled us to be glad witnesses of the coronation of our beloved Rama. Thus they lauded high the aged monarch, and the sound of their voices rose above the town like the roar of the angry sea when the moon calls out to her at night. Nay, Ayodhya, fair as a lordly capital of Indra, was the sea. The countless millions that thronged therein from all quarters of the globe to witness Rama's installation were the denizens of the deep, and it was their voice and of the waves that rose on the midnight air. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunabdiye Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarva Bhaumaya Mangalam.